What's going on, guys? Johnny for tropicalfishguide.com here. Today we are going to talk about baby guppies. So I was looking in the fish tank here, and luckily, to my surprise, I have, yay, baby guppies. Guppies are wonderful fish to have. They breed very easily. They have babies quite often, and I'd like to share with you my baby guppies. Let's have a look. All right, so let's see here. If you look closely up there, right there, there are several tiny babies. Hopefully you can see. I'll zoom in a little bit there. Baby guppies. There's some right there, some right there, some right there. Now, guppies are, and there's a whole bunch of them right there. So I counted about 15 maybe babies. They're hanging around. They need a lot of hiding spots because they will get eaten by the other fish in the fish tank. They are going to be pretty vulnerable, but you know, they guppies breed quite often. I think that these two are the parents here because this guy, this male right here, he keeps on trying to hit up the girl here for favors and stuff. So the way to sex the guppies is they have a special sex organ. The male does. I don't know if you can see the bottom of him. It's a little stick that protrudes out called the gonopodium. There's a little gonopodium right there, that stick part that sticks out. And the female does not. The female has the more triangular bottom fin. So the male, obviously, with his sex organ, the gonopodium, and I'll try to get a, do you see that right there? There you go. That's probably as good of a picture as I'm going to get. He uses his gonopodium to fertilize the eggs inside of the female guppy. And the interesting thing about guppies and mollies, platies, swordtails, those type of fish, they're called live bearers. So they don't lay eggs. The babies just actually pop out of them, similar to like us. So they pop out very tiny. There you can see a few there. Very tiny, just little miniature versions of the parents. They are pretty colorless at first, so you can't really tell what kind they are. You know, theoretically they could be the other types of guppies that I got. These guys here, the plain kind ones, which is possible, but I think that it's these two because these two have been at it for a while now. And I think that it might be them. But as they get older, as these little babies get older, we will definitely be able to notice the difference. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Caring for baby guppies is similar to caring for regular guppies. They, except of course they're smaller, they will get eaten, like I said, from other fish. So you need definitely lots of hiding spaces. So lots of plants, decoration, rocks, any type of things that they can easily hide in, and they love plants. The pH needs to be fairly neutral to high. They do like a higher pH, but they can be housed in lower pH. But the pH needs to be higher than normal. Well, I mean, as long as your pH is stable and neutral or higher, then that'll be okay. And I've also seen them thrive in a slightly acidic water, but ideally we're talking about a higher pH, maybe 7, 7.5, something like that. They can actually go up to higher than that too. But they do like hard water, lots of minerals, lots of salt, but I would not salt a planted tank because the salt will kill the plants. Now when I say salt, it's because the salt contains minerals, not necessarily salt, but calcium is good for them, magnesium, that kind of thing, but definitely hard water versus soft water. And you can, if you've got soft water, you can use something that I use, like the Equilibrium, and I'll put a link up here somewhere for water stable. Let's see, this restores and maintains mineral balance and GH, general hardness. Contains no sodium, which is good for plants, or chloride. Sodium's bad for plants, chloride bad for plants. So this product here from Seachem is what I use to maintain a proper pH. All right, so I'll put a link up here. We'll call that tropicalfishguide.com/hardwater. tropicalfishguide.com/hardwater. That's what I use. But, so to keep telling you about my guppies here, the water needs to be a little bit harder, like we just talked about. What do the babies eat? They eat basically they eat everything that the adult guppies eat. I've been primarily feeding them Daphnia, frozen Daphnia, as well as some crushed up flake food. The omega-1 flake food is what I have been feeding them. I just, basically take some flake, crush it up, and feed them. I'll go ahead and do that now. So, a little bit different from the adults. The babies need smaller pieces, obviously. So I just take between my fingers, I take some and just crush it up real good to where you can see almost like powdery, and they'll go in there and eat that up. All the other fish will eat it up, but the guppies, the babies, you'll see, they love that stuff too. They're gonna eat it up. See that dude right there? He's got a big piece in his mouth. If you can tell, that dude. And that other dude, see there's another baby eating. Yep. So they eat all the crushed up flake food. They'll eat baby brine shrimp. They'll eat Daphnia. They'll eat pretty much everything. They're growing real good. They're having a good time in the tank. Right now I think they, and these are, I meant to do this video sooner, but these are actually, they have been growing for a few days since the first I've noticed them. But they're doing well, and hopefully most of them survive, and we'll have more guppies. So the good thing about live bearers like guppies is that they do, maybe, once, I've noticed about once a month or so, they do have babies if the conditions are right. The temperature, they're really not that picky about temperature, as long as you have range from about, 74, maybe a little bit less, to about 85, so keep the temperature stable, everything will be all right. Guppies are pretty hardy. I have had some issues with some fungus and stuff lately on the guppies, but I don't really have that problem too much anymore. So these guppies, they're doing really good. They're parasite-free, fungus-free, disease-free. They're doing really good. I think that we've got a handle on that. Everybody's doing well. Yep, you saw that sometimes the other fish try to go after the babies, but that's just part of life. How long do guppies live? They live anywhere, if you take good care of them, they live anywhere from 2 to around 5 years is the standard lifespan. Of course, sometimes less, of course, sometimes more, but that's about the going rate on the guppies. We spoke about guppies being live bearers. They don't lay eggs. They just come out like they are. I had to tell the difference. Let me see here if I can give you a better picture. So yeah, there is the little stick that's coming. And if you get this, you'll understand all live bearers, or most live bearers, they're about the same. That you can tell, if you can tell the difference between the male and the female. They've got the little stick on the bottom of them, the gonopodium. It's a little, let's see here, try and get him, yep, there we go. I think you guys saw it, and you can always rewind, but that is the male. There we go. You can see the little protruding sex gland right there on the bottom. There we go. I think you got a couple of shots there. And for the females, They do not. They have the kind of the flat triangular anal fin at the bottom. So that's how you sex them once again. I know we went over that twice, but it's very important. Guppies, live bearers, platies, mollies, all the live bearing fish. That's how you would sex them. Um, water temperature we said is so anywhere from 75 to 85 is good. A little bit lower, a little bit higher is all right. 85 might be a little high, but I've seen it happen. How often to feed the baby guppies? Okay, so for the babies, I would always recommend for adults once a day is fine. Babies, I've been getting away with once a day. On the weekends, I've been doing like today. I've been doing twice a day. But you can do two or three times a day for the babies. You can get away with once a day, which is fine. But for babies, they need a little bit more care than the adults, and I would recommend twice a day for the babies. But of course, when you're feeding the babies, you're feeding the other ones too. Just don't overgorge the other ones and the adults, and everything should be fine. But even twice a day for adults is fine too. So up to you. As long as they're living, you're doing good. And I think that we've got it down for the guppy care there. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to share with you guys the new babies that I got. Give another shot of those guys. Pretty cool, huh? So like I said, there's about 10 or 15 of them. Last I counted 15. That was the other day. But of course, through the days, they might get eaten by these other fish. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. I love when you guys watch my videos, so please leave a comment. Tell me anything that I might have missed, or ask me any questions that you might have about guppies, bettas, any kind of tropical fish. Let me know if you have had babies in your fish tank and what kind. Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely hit that bell notification to receive the notifications that I actually put out the videos. It wouldn't be useful if you didn't hit the bell notification, but give me a like. Thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it, guys. And as always, happy fish keeping. Peace.